Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Zep and you are watching Zepcast, and today I'm going to be showing you how to get into easy lobbies in multiplayer in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and how to get into lobbies that are the lowest of the low when it comes to the skill-based matchmaking. Now, the reason why you might want to get into these types of lobbies is varied. Maybe you are trying to chase that elusive nuke that you just can't get because you want to do everything that you can in a Call of Duty get multiplayer game. Believe me, I've been there. I really struggle to get nukes because I'm just not at that level yet. I get matched into quite high tier lobbies this way. I was actually able to get a nuke, and it is a way you guys will be able to get it as well, provided you spend some time at it. And also you may be trying to get into easier lobbies because maybe you've been trying to grind out your guns, get all the camos, and now you're onto the guns and the weapons that are gonna just provide a little bit more of a challenge for you that you're not quite able to do, like take the launchers or the melee weapons, for example. Doing this method that I'm about to show you is going to get you into easier lobbies where you can from there should I say, use these weapons and just have a way easier job of doing it, or get that nuke if that's what you're looking for. Now, skill-based matchmaking is a weird one. There's a lot of reasons why people love and hate it. My personal feeling is that it should not be in the game. Call of Duty players managed to survive back when it wasn't in the game, so the arguments for it being in the game now are a bit stretched, but it's understandable why a lot of people would prefer it being in the game, as casuals would like to come on and be able to enjoy the game without having the risk of running into try-hard players. So it is understandable across the board. I do hope you will consider subscribing if you want to see more videos like this and more Call of Duty oriented content on this channel. Make sure to subscribe to see that, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you thought of the video, how you found this method, and bear in mind this method does take a while. You are going to need an hour or two spare if you want to get this to work for you, but trust me, it works, and it works well. Without further ado, let's get right into it and start reviewing the footage that I have pre-recorded to show you how to do this method. Now, to do this method, what you simply want to do for the first at least hour of playing is go in and do exactly what I'm doing here, which is essentially playing like a bot. I know it seems like quite a scummy thing to do and something where you'd be sitting there and thinking, why the hell am I doing this, or why would people be bothered to do this? But trust me, it works. I mean, just look at my score there at the end of this, 3 and 30, and that is the score that you want to try and be holding throughout your entire time playing. You're going to need to get a score like that where you're just going so negative, maybe 5 kills at the most, 5 and 20, 5 and 30, even 1 and 15. You want to be going around, not just being AFK and then chasing kills every now and then. I mean, that may work, but I'm not too sure. If you want to test this in different methods and it does work, please do let me know. But you want to be walking around the map like you're someone who isn't quite of a high level, and you want to do that for as many games as you can. It took me about an hour and a half to get into the lobbies where I found it easy enough to get a nuke, but it may not take as long for you depending on your skill level, or depending on how you play in these lobbies, or depending on what you're actually looking to do. It may not take quite as long, but for me it took between an hour to an hour and a half, and I also ran it on domination, just because I wanted the mode to be a little longer to ensure that things stuck. However, it could be a case of where the quicker modes, it's actually better because you run through games quicker, so it counts for your skill better. Essentially what the game is doing here, is what you're tricking the game into doing, is just changing your skill-based matchmaking. It doesn't, people are misconstrued into thinking the game is reading your skill over months and months of playing. It usually takes more so recent games into account in order to keep things more balanced for you as a player. You know, the game's trying to read, maybe if your little brother picks up the controller and he can't play the game, it's going to cater lobbies to him after a couple of games, and that's what you're tricking the system into doing here. You want to just keep playing like a bot, choke some kills, run around weirdly, and then eventually it'll start paying off for you. And even in this gameplay footage, where you don't quite see it in this gameplay footage, but after about half an hour doing this, I already began to notice the lobbies getting easier, where I'd be running right in front of people and they're not able to shoot me. And believe me, the skill-based matchmaking means that all the players you used to running into before there was skill-based matchmaking, who you thought were poor, you have no idea how many of them that you'll run into once you get into these low lobbies. These low lobbies are filled with them. And again, I'm not saying this as a way to advocate for you trying to take advantage of players who aren't quite as good. If you do that, that is your choice. However, it's not something that I would recommend people do. It's not fair to the people who aren't as good at the game. I suggest this for purely going for a nuke every now and then because you want to stat pad out your account, which is, you know, fair enough for the grinders. That's what you want to do, and trying to rank up your guns. I just want to really put that out there, that's the reason why I'm recommending people do this. And after about an hour to an hour and a half, whereas the footage you're about to see, I'll just rewind it here, I eventually found the lobbies easy enough and I got onto the hotel map, and this is where I thought, I would go for my nuke. Now, I was unsuccessful in getting a nuke on this particular occasion, but on off recording afterwards, I did get a nuke. I went 36-0. The lobby was so easy, I just continued getting kills after the fact. But I'm going to show you... I'm going to show you the hotel footage now, and let me know what you think of these lobbies. I'm going to be here just reviewing the footage with you guys. That was the first kill I got in the game, and then an easy second. Now, bear in mind, this was the first ever time that I was doing this. I wasn't sure quite how easy the lobbies were going to be, and I was tentative. That's the next kill there. 3 on the board already. I wasn't really playing like super try-hardy either, because I was on a call with someone at the time. This was just a method I was testing out and recording in my own time, and you know, I'm not the best player out there. As you see, I missed my shots there, but I'm using sort of a sweaty Vaznev class, because again, I just wanted to steer into the curve of playing ultra sweaty and ultra easy lobbies for the sake of the video. But again, you can use whatever is comfortable for you. That's the next kill there. And bearing in mind, even looking at these kills, these are really easy kills that I'm getting at the moment. And this is kind of stuff, you know, you see a lot of people say in comments of TikToks or whatever, they say, oh, when they're seeing a streamer get a clip, they're like, why can't I get these lobbies? And I guarantee to you that every single streamer, YouTuber who gets amazing clips, before they come on to play for you guys, whether they're live streaming or making a video, for the first hour before they do that, this is what they're doing to tank their lobbies, to tank the skill-based matchmaking, so that they can get more clips to be more entertaining. It's without a doubt that they are doing this, because honestly, I'm running around here, not even playing ultra tactical, and it's just working for me so well. Just cut into a little later on the map here, because I don't want to show you guys the entire game, because you get bored, obviously. I mean, it's just it's a couple of good kills, but you can see I just got around the spawn here. There's one, only had 4 bullets left, but I come around the corner and get the second already on my merciless, and we're only 41 points into the game. It is just really easy, and I believe I get a couple of more chained here as we go around the corner. There's one. Do I get the second? I do. These people aren't even shooting at me. I messed up my first shots. I've got my gunship there already, and I just should have been dead 10 times over in that occasion on any of the normal lobbies I'd usually get into. But in this case, it was just being super smooth. I already had my gunship, but I knew what I wanted to go for, so I just kept going. And like I said, for nearly all of these gunfights, I didn't have to try to the point of where I just about escaped at my life. All of the 90% of the gunfights that you run into by doing this method are incredibly easy gunfights. So this method does work. Again, someone's just running along the open while I'm standing up top, and I still managed to turn and laser them with a gun that I just picked up. This method really does work. And again, I know I'm kind of repeating myself here, but I'm just trying to actually talk while showing you guys how well this actually works, because again, I've played Call of Duty for years. I'm on quite an experienced account where I've gotten on quite a high level and ranked. I mean, another easy double kill there. And I come around the corner, bam, another one. Pick up his very weird gun, but you know, it actually worked for me to get a couple of more kills. And yeah, it's just my account is quite an experienced account, and if it was reading accounts, it would definitely pick up mine as try-hardy. But doing this method after just an hour to an hour and a half, I got in lobbies that were this easy. So again, grinding camos, this is just the way to do it. And ladies and gentlemen, here you have the final score at the end of the game, 54-5. Again, a lot of those deaths really shouldn't have even happened. I could have been 54-2. It was just the case that I'd already died. I knew that the chance of the nuke was kind of out the window at this point, so I just kind of chased kills a little more aggressively. And there was a player and two of their team who were able to shoot straight. But then I managed to get into another game, as I said earlier, after this one, or a few games after this one, when I went back to tanking a little bit. That was just, there wasn't a single player on that team, the other team, that could shoot straight, and I got 36 kills easily and then popped my nuke. I went flawless in that game. This method just works so well for trying to get nukes and trying to get camos done. Trust me, you need to give this a go. So ladies and gentlemen, we are going to end the video here. Again, apologies if the video got a tad repetitive at times, but I just really wanted to kind of let the point stick and let the point hit that this is a method that works. It is a method that you should use only for your benefit in terms of getting the odd nuke or doing your camos. I wouldn't recommend you use this method to try and purposely tank just to get easy lobbies all the time. This would be more for people who want to make content or want to stat pad accounts. But it wouldn't even work for KD stat padding anyway, because the amount of times you have to go negative in order to get into these lobbies, you're not going to stat pad your KD whatsoever. So if you're thinking of doing that for this method, then it does not work. But again, for getting nukes, for getting camos, this is a method to use. And folks, I really do hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you think of the video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more content like this in future. And I hope to see you guys back in the channel here again soon. Oh, and I actually am putting my streaming back on Twitch for the moment for casting. When it comes to maybe Warzone streams or whatever, I will be doing that still on this channel. But for casting content, that has now moved back over on my Twitch in accordance with the CDL. So, folks, I'll see you in the next one. But until then, take care. Peace.